So by now we've all heard about the Adrien is a sentimonster theory, and many people believe that theory, but many people don't. Now, I for one didn't believe it at first, but after hours of researching and thinking about it, and rewatching Miraculous Ladybug episodes from season 1 to season 5, I've come to the conclusion that Adrien is a sentimonster. And if you don't believe me, this video will change your mind. We all know that Amelie gave Gabriel the twin rings, which by the word twin, we discovered that these two rings used to resemble Emily and Amelie's relationship, or siblingship, if you may. But Amelie soon gave them to Gabriel to resemble Emily and Gabriel's marriage. But maybe when Amelie had Felix, Emily got jealous and decided to have a baby of her own. But it didn't work, so she decided to use the miraculous of the peacock, which Gabriel gave her on a picnic, which we see in episode Evolution, to create a child. And all she wanted was a child with a personality, emotions, and she wanted him to be able to grow like any other. But because she was so jealous of her sister, she wanted a replica of Felix. But unfortunately, since the miraculous was already broken from the incident that happened with Master Fu decades ago, the baby was corrupted. Yep, you heard me right, corrupted. Since Adrien can't decide on a girl, Marinette, Ladybug, Kagami, he also doesn't have a personality like Emily wanted. We already know that the way he acts as Adrien isn't him. Because in Glaciator 2, he reveals to Plague these exact words when he says, "Maybe if I were my true self with Ladybug, she'd actually fall in love with me." Which means that if Adrien isn't him and Cat Noir isn't him, then what is him? Well, we don't really know yet, since after Glaciator 2, he just seems to act totally like Cat Noir with Ladybug, and nothing really changes. So, who really is Adrien? We also seem to discover in episode Wishmaker, season 4, that all he wanted to be as a kid was what his parents wanted him to be, what Emily wanted him to be. And what Emily wanted him to be is perfect. But that's not what he wants. But he also doesn't know what he wants. So, what does he want? Who does he want to be? Also, notice that in episode Risk/Strike Back, when Gabriel entrusts Natalie with one of the twin rings, and Adrien decides to go stand up to his father and tell him that he doesn't want to go to that trip with Lila. When Gabriel tells him that he doesn't have a choice and he has to go, Adrien doesn't listen and refuses to go on the trip. But then when Natalie tells him to listen to his father and that he has to go to that trip, he listens to her. Why? Because she has the twin rings. She has the item that the peacock feather was placed into. So she was controlling him. I wouldn't say controlling him, but she was the one he was listening to. We don't know for sure if Natalie knows that he's a sentimonster, or that he might be a sentimonster. But if he is, she would probably know, since Gabriel basically tells her everything. He told her about the miraculous thing and Emily and everything. So that leaves us to the conclusion that Adrien is a sentimonster. If you don't believe me, go do the research yourself. And by the way, the reason why it says Michael Mace on the channel, it's because I'm using my brother's account, since my own account got hacked right when I made it and right when I decided to make a video on it. So I won't be uploading any more videos. Probably not. But maybe I may be making some more theories about it. But probably not. Since I don't think my brother's gonna let me use his account that much. But I'll see if I can.